Hi, this is Richard Quack here, coming to you live from Malaysia. I would like to welcome you to my weekly live video. And today in Malaysia, it is Monday, and I'm going to talk about personal development. The topic is reasons why people fail. Now, this is very interesting topic because a lot of people outside there do not succeed in life. In fact, the truth is that more people fail than those who succeed. Isn't it true? And I hope that you can fall into the category of those people who become successful. Okay? So before I start, let me ask you a simple question. All right. Now, if you buy a television set or any electronic device there, all right, does it come with the instruction manual? Yes, it comes with the instruction manual to tell you how to use it. Even the computer that you purchase, it comes with instruction manual. All right. But the sad thing is that when we were born, we come into this world without any instruction manual. That is the reason why we just go through life, without knowing what to do to succeed. Okay? Now, we are born with greatness. Do you agree with me that? We are born with greatness because we are created the image of the creator. All right? And we have the ability to succeed. But the problem is that most of us do not succeed. Okay? Successful people do things that make them successful. Isn't it true? Whereas people who fail keep on doing things that make them fail. Now, successful people, they become successful because they have a pattern of excellence. Now, what's the pattern of excellence? What it simply means is that they do things that makes them successful. And it could be unconsciously as well. You see, they don't even know what they did, but they do things unconsciously that makes them successful because they have a pattern of excellence. That means they do things that makes them successful. All right. I mean, people who succeed, all right, you ask them, it is not difficult because they have a pattern of excellence that make them successful. All right, here today I'm talking about 10 things that people who fail, do not do. All right, so I'm going to talk about things that failures do not do. And if you know this, then you can talk about the opposite of it. What you need to do to make you successful. Is it fair enough? All right, so let's proceed with this. Number one, people who fail do not have goals. It's the truth. They don't have goals. Most people do not have goals. I do not know why they do not have goals. Probably they fear that when they set a goal, they're not going to achieve it. That's why they prefer not to set goals. All right? Or they do not know how to set goals. But I'm not here to tell you how to set goals today. But the truth is that if you want to be successful, you got to learn how to set goals. All right, you got to learn how to set goals and be specific about what you want. All right, that's the first thing. People who fail do not set goals. Number two, people who fail, they don't have burning desire. They don't have urgency to become successful. All right, as Napoleon Hill stated in his book Think and Grow Rich. All right, desire is the starting point of all achievement. So if you do not have your desire, how can you become successful? That's why you go through life, without success because you don't have a desire. It's not only desire, but you need to have white heat of burning desire. That means you do whatever it takes. There are challenges, there are obstacles, no doubt, all right, but you do whatever it takes to become successful. And there is an urgency within you because failure is not an option. You do whatever it takes. All right, so let me ask you, are you serious about success? If you're serious, then you got to have a burning desire and you got to do whatever it takes to become successful. All right, do whatever it takes. Even if you have to travel, even you have to do things that you don't like or you're not comfortable with, you have to do. All right, if you want to be successful. The third reason why people fail is because of association. Now, association is very, very important. All right, like Jim Rohn stated, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. Isn't it true? So association is very, very important. So ask yourself, who do you associate with? Successful people, they associate with people who will lift them up. But most people, they find people to associate with, people who make them feel good. That's all. All right. So basically, association is very important. If you want to be successful, you got to choose who you associate with. All right, like Dan Penna mentioned, show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. That's the truth. So your friend is very important. So association is important. So people who fail, they don't choose who they associate with. They associate with people who make them feel good. That's all right, it's not going to make you successful. You got to choose who you associate with. All right, people who are successful or people who are working hard to become successful, they got the right mindset and so on. Okay, now the fourth reason is most people fail because they cannot adapt to changes. Now, in today's environment, changes happen so fast. All right, everything changes very fast. I mean, talk about computer technology changes very fast. All right, even you talk about internet, you talk about social media, everything changes very, very fast. So if you cannot adapt to change, then you're going to be left behind. All right. Now, if you are doing business today, you are doing marketing and so on. Now you got to learn how to use the internet. You got to learn how to use social media. You got to learn how to use technology and so on. If you are not able to adapt to changes, then you are going to be like the dinosaur, okay? And you become extinct. This is competitive today. The world is very competitive. So you got to, you want to remain competitive, then you got to adapt to changes. There's so many things that you have to learn how to do. Okay, that is number 4. Number 5, people who fail, they don't have clarity in their mind. They don't have clarity in their thinking. Okay, they are confused. In fact, their brain and their heart is incoherent. That means, they are not in order. There is no order in their thinking. All right, and they don't have focus whatsoever. All right, most people don't have focus because why? They have the shining object syndrome. Anything that comes along, they fall for it. They don't have focus to remain, choose something that is good and focus on it. Most people, they will try for a few days or few weeks, then after that, if it doesn't work, they give up. All right, because they don't have clarity in their thinking. You got to have clarity. All right, if you don't have clarity, then you have a confused mind. A confused mind will never make you successful. You got to have clarity. You got to have clarity in what you want to do, what you want to achieve in life, and so on. Be clear on your goals and your plans and so on. That is very important. Okay, and of course, keep yourself focused on what you want. Number 6, most people who fail do not have control of their mind. In fact, they are not in control of their mind. Their mind control them. That's why they become a failure. You see, if you want to be successful, you got to learn how to take control of your mind. All right. Now, let me give you a simple example. All right. What your mind knows is what you have done until today, what you have experienced until the current moment. That is what your mind knows, have experience of. Now, what you want to succeed, your goal, your desire is in the future. Now, when you talk about the future, the mind has not experienced it, so the mind is very fearful. Okay, if you want to go into something, the mind will tell you, don't go there. It's very dangerous. All right, so basically, you got to take hold of your mind, take control of your mind, and tell yourself that I'm going to do it whatever it takes. All right, and ask your mind to shut up. All right, because basically, we have been conditioned to fail. Okay, we have been programmed from birth to fail. That's a sad truth of it. Because of the environment and so on. All right, because of the association and so on. Okay, so from today onward, you got to take control of your mind. When you hear the monkey chatters telling you, oh, you can't do this and do that, remember, that is your mind trying to take control of you. Okay, so you must control your mind. You are the master, not the mind is the master. You are the master. All right, that is number 6. Number 7, people who fail are always critical, You give them an opportunity, they look at the problem. Okay, you give them something good, they always look at the problem. They're always critical. All right, they always look at the glass half empty rather than half full. All right, so basically, people who are critical, they are always negative. They're always thinking about what bad things are going to happen in their life. And you know what? The sad truth is that when you think about bad things happening into your life, you thought about it so many times, it becomes true. And you're going to fail throughout your whole life. Okay, you know the law of attraction. It states that whatever you think about, you are going to bring about. So be careful of what you think most of the time. So if you are critical about things, that means you, I mean, everything that comes to you, you are critical because your analytical mind is too powerful, you know. Okay, you don't trust. You want to reason out why this should happen, why you should do it this way. All right. So successful people, they have a lot of faith. They do whatever it takes, and they believe in it. So if you are critical, then that is one of the problem that why you are not successful. Number 8, persistency is the key to success. All right, people who are successful, they persist. They have challenges? Yeah, successful people got more challenges than most of us. They become successful because they know how to persist and they overcome the challenges and they move on and on and on. If they cannot find if they cannot find the circumstances, then they will create the circumstances to become successful. All right, persistency is the key to success. Most people, even in Napoleon Hill, in his book Think and Grow Rich, he mentioned about persistency is similar to the character of man as to coal. Because in order for you to make steel, you got to burn the coal, really hot and so on. So basically, it is persistency, a white heat of persistency. All right. So if you're not persistent, that means, a little try, then you give up. A little try, you give up. Because it becomes a bad habit, actually, That is why most people, when they do something, they give up. They do something, they give up. They move from one program to another program, one project to another project. Okay. Number 9, habits. That is important. All right. Now, people who are successful, they have got good habits. People who fail, they got bad habits. Habits. We are all creatures of habits. That's the truth. But we have to learn how to get rid of all the bad habits and replace them with good habits. Okay? Habits. Most people have very negative habits. All right? You got to learn how to create life. Okay? A good life. You can live your life by design. But most people, they live life by chance, by default, and so on. So habit is very important. What you do every day, the small little thing that you do is going to create your future. All right. So starting from today, if you look at your life, all right, look at the habits that you have, start changing it into good habits. All right. I mean, if you smoke, I'm not saying smoking is bad, but it's not good for your health. That's for sure. All right. So try to get rid of the habits. Okay. Cut down on your smoking, cut down on your drinking alcohol, right? And, if you have habits of going for meetings late, that is another bad habit, right? Huh? Or appointment, you go for appointment always late or just on time, then that's a bad habit. So you got to sit down and write down what are the things that you do as a matter of habit, and they are not going to make you successful. Change it, all right? Now, there are some people, they spend a lot of time gossiping. They are on Facebook watching cat movie, dog movie, and and playing games and so on. Is that a good habit? No, it's not a good habit. You got to change that into good habits. All right. So habit is very important. Lastly, number 10. Physical health is important. If you want to do well in life, you got to be healthy. All right. This is something that is a fact, right? If you're not healthy, can you perform at your optimum? You can't. So that is why health is very important. All right. Most of us are healthy, that's for sure. All right. But don't forget, you got to take care of your health because you cannot let your health slip down the slope. All right. Take care of your health. Okay. By exercising, have enough sleep, take food supplement, and so on, right? And health is very, very important. So if you don't have good physical health, you cannot perform at your optimum. That's all. All right. Because if you have poor health, then you don't have high energy. All right. High energy equals to high success. So if you don't have health, then you cannot have high energy. Okay. So those are the things that I want to talk about today. I think that is very important because the sad truth is that most people fail in life. All right. They fail in life because there's no instruction manual we have been born with. Okay, but the thing is that people who are successful, they do things that make them successful. They have a pattern of excellence. Even without knowing it, they do it unconsciously. All right. Now, let me summarize. Let me tell you what are the 10 things I mentioned that failures don't do. All right. They don't have goals, number 1. Number 2, they don't have burning desire and they don't have urgency in life. Number 3, they associate with the wrong group of people. Number 4, they cannot adapt to changes. All right, they are very rigid. Okay. Number 5, they don't have clarity in your mind and they don't have focus as well. Number 6, they are not in control of their mind. The mind is in control of them. Number 7, successful people are not critical, but people who are not successful, they're always critical. All right, they always question a lot of things. Number 8, they don't have persistency. Persistency is the key to success. Number 9, habits is very important. We are creatures of habit, so we got to get rid of the bad habits and start replacing them with better habits or good habits. Lastly, number 10, physical health is very important. If you're healthy, thank God you're healthy. All right, but take care of your health. Okay, so that's all my sharing for today. I hope that you learned something here. If you like what you hear or see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment. All right, I appreciate the time that you spend with me here. And that's all my sharing for today. And I'll see you again for another session of my live video on Friday. Okay, so this is Richard Quek from Malaysia, wishing you good night and goodbye.